If you have a 2011 or 2010 SAAB 9.5, I'm going to show you how to replace not your regular headlights, but the tiny low beam headlight that comes in a very small bulb. I'll show you exactly what kind of bulb I'm talking about, because a lot of people have confused these. So I've already taken them out. I'm going to show you how to do it here in a second, but this is what they look like. I'll show you in the video exactly where these are located. But these have that halogen yellow look to them, and I think it just kind of cheapens the look of the 9.5. You know, it was a luxury car at the time it came out, and you know, I think the styling of the car still holds up, but you kind of need to do a few things to keep it remotely up to date, and one of those things is LED headlights. Now, I'll post a link of the headlights that I have, as well as these low beam type lights. I'm not replacing the high beams, where you actually, you know, pull on your lever to make your brights come on. I use those so infrequently that I frankly don't care if those have a yellow tint to them. There's more to just aesthetics with replacing these, though, and this goes with almost every light on the 9.5. GM, in all of their wisdom, designed a lot of the sockets for this car to not withstand the heat from halogen bulbs, which is completely counterintuitive. And I have to believe that if SAAB had complete control over these vehicles, that wouldn't have been an issue. But like your tail lights, which I'll post a video here shortly of me attempting to replace those, it'll melt your sockets basically. And I noticed it when I replaced these. One of these had burned out before, and I could see around the base of the bulb here that it was turning brown, as if it was like about to catch fire. So it's smart to replace these with LEDs simply because they run cooler. And same goes with your headlights. There's, you know, I already did those, unfortunately, so I'm not going to have a video of how to fix them. I'll point to where you want to access those. If anyone has any questions, let me know. But you're going to want to replace a lot of these lights with LEDs, I personally think, just to keep the heat ratio low. And so far, I've had no issues at all on my dash with any lights or problems from installing LEDs for the primary headlights, as well as these low headlights here, these low lights. So anyways, yeah, take a quick look. This is such a quick, you know, install. It shouldn't take you any more than 5 minutes, and a beginner, an absolute beginner with any car knowledge can do this. So yeah, keep a look in the description. I'll post the links to the lights I've got, and exactly the kind of connector you're going to want. I think it's a BAY9X or something like that is the connector type for this, but I'll post that in the description as well. So let's get to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to find these caps here, which are located on the driver's side and on the passenger side. We'll do the driver's side first. Just twist it, opens right up. The bulb we are looking to replace is the top one, which is up there in the corner. Not this one, that's your high beam, this low middle one here. So it's right here. Just give it a twist to the clockwise, and it comes right out, and that's what it'll look like. So let's put the LED in and see what happens. All right, so it should be worth noting, when you put this in, you want to push down and turn, and it'll come right out. Same thing when you put it in. You're going to want to push down and turn. All right, so it's in there. Now to get it back in, simply locate the hole here, which is right here, twist it back in counterclockwise. I'm going to turn off the video. It's a little hard to do this with my left hand. So now I've turned it back in, pushed it all the way in. An easy way to check to see if it's going to work is just unlock your car, and boom, there it is. Right up here is the LED we just installed, and of course I installed LEDs into the actual headlights as well. Compared to this side, where you can see I haven't done it yet. Very nice, very clean. All right, so as you can see, it's identical. Same thing, you're gonna want to turn clockwise. This will slide right out. Push down on the bulb, turn it slightly, it'll pop right out. Then you're gonna want to line up the connectors of your LED bulb and push down, twist, it'll lock into place. Remember, the bulbs that you take out have a specific type of connector. It's called I believe BAY9X. I'll post in the description what bulb that these are and what bulb stock is. But now that I have it all plugged in, there you go. Zoom out. So just a quick recap, make it super easy. Find your cap, turn it counterclockwise. It'll come right up. This is the bulb you want to mess with. Turn it clockwise, pull out, and then when you get the bulb, push down, turn, it'll pop right out. Put your LED in, push down, turn to lock, stick this back in, turn it counterclockwise, put your cap back on, and make sure this is on tight. I lost one, and these are easy to come by because Jag and a few other car companies use these. The part number, by the way, if you need one of these, is right there. But yeah, turn it back on. Give it a nice tug, make sure it's firm. And your end result should look a little something like this, except for the big main bulbs. Those you'll have to get separate. I'll post a link to those as well. And to access those, you're going to want to get to this here, this cap. And it's a little harder to work with, less space, but similar concepts. And here you're going to want to have to pull this up. This comes straight out, so just lift this tube right out, and then you access this bulb here. All right, let's go inside and see if there's any air lights. All right, so now we're back in the cockpit. Let's turn it on. Don't mind my tire pressure monitoring system. I got 2 tires changed and they broke them. That's going to be fixed here shortly. But as you can see, no air light now, so let's turn it off automatic. So now the actual lights themselves are on. You can see the LED lights. No air lights, no signals, so there's no problem at all using this exact light that I just installed. You know, obviously we'll see how long they last. Maybe they aren't very reliable, but for the time being, they're doing the job. So that's that.